Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Mukesh English. Friends, in this video, I'm going to summarize an important lesson titled A Question of English. It's an article by Ramachandra Guha, and this article is in the syllabus of second semester BCA, B.Sc.Generic English NEP syllabus under Bangalore City University, that is BCU. And after the summary of the article, you will also get some important questions. These questions are something like the revision of the whole summary. So watch the video till the end and try to learn the summary of the article Question of English by Ramachandra Guha. So let's begin the summary. So before that, let's know about the article. What is this article? A Question of English by Ramachandra Guha is an insightful article that delves into the complexities and contradictions surrounding the use of English language in India. Ramchandra Guha, a renowned historian and writer, he explores the historical, cultural, and social dimensions of English in the Indian context. This article discusses the historical and ongoing debate about the role and importance of the English language in India, starting from a personal anecdote about Mahatma Gandhi. So that's a brief information about the article. Now we shall learn the summary, the key points of this article. The very first key point we have here, Gandhi's experience. So in 1905 to 1906, Gandhi lived with an English couple, Henry Millie Pollock, in Johannesburg. Gandhi and Pollock often debated about giving children an English education. Gandhi believed that teaching children English from infancy deprived them of their cultural heritage and made them less fit to serve the country. On the other hand, Pollock argued that English would give the children an advantage, a kind of an advantage in their life. So, despite Gandhi's insistence on speaking Gujarati at home, his children naturally became bilingual due to their environment in South Africa. Second key point we find in this article, historical context and debates. So in the 1920s, Ramchandra Guha says, in the 1920s, Gandhi and Rabindranath Tagore publicly debated whether a love for the English language indicated a colonized mindset. Gandhi thought, yes, it did. On the other hand, Tagore argued that Indians could benefit from learning multiple languages. After independence, Ram Manohar Lohia led a movement to banish English from India. Tamil politicians opposed this, fearing Hindi will dominate, and they promoted English as a neutral language for communication across India. C. Rajagopalachari supported in English, saying that all languages, including English, they were the gifts from the goddess Saraswati. These are the opinions of Dr. Ramchandra Guha. Then the third point we find in this article, modern debates in social dynamics. In Karnataka, intellectuals like U.R. Ananthamurthy argues that children should learn in their mother tongue to stay connected to their roots, while Dalit activists contended that promoting regional languages is a way to keep them from accessing the benefits of English. Chandrabhan Prasad, a Dalit activist, built a temple for the goddess English, believing that English is essential for Dalit emancipation, for Dalit empowerment. So these are the views of Ramchandra Guha. Next key point we find in this article is here, contemporary changes. So there are more inter-community marriages in India, often resulting in English becoming the default language at home. English remains a global lingua franca due to influence of United States. There's a strong desire among the poor in India to learn English, viewing it as a pathway to a better opportunities, according to Ramchandra Guha. So thus Ramchandra Guha says that the rush to learn English in India is unstoppable, and the debate about its role continues. A balance is needed between promoting English and preserving India's diverse linguistic heritage. Gandhi's children became naturally bilingual, a circumstances not common in the contemporary India where meaningful bilingualism is often out of reach for many. So this is the summary of the lesson, a question of English. So thus we can say here, in the article A Question of English, Ramachandra Guha presents a nuanced and balanced view of the role of English in India. He acknowledges its historical baggage and the inequalities it can perpetuate, but also recognize its potential as a tool for empowerment and connection in a globalized world. Through his thoughtful analysis, Ramachandra Guha encourages readers to reflect on the complexities of language, identity, and power in the contemporary India. So that's a summary of this lesson. So after discussing the summary of the lesson, a question of English, now we shall have the discussion of some important questions, and these questions will have the weightage for 1 mark. For the 5 and 10 marks questions, you need to refer to the summary. So we have, and these questions are with reference to your textbook. With whom did Gandhi's share? With whom did the Gandhis share a home in Johannesburg in 1905 in 1906? They shared home with English couple Henry and Millie Pollock. What did Gandhi and Pollock debate about? They debated about the desirability or otherwise of giving the children an English education. What was Gandhi's conviction about Indian parents who trained their children in English? They said that Indian parents who train their children to think and talk in English from the infancy betray their children and their country. Gandhi spoke to his children in which language? Gujarati language. Then, who thought that love for English betrayed a colonial mindset? Mahatma Gandhi thought that. What movement was launched by Lohia? Angrezi Hatao Andolan. That was a movement to banish English from the face of India by Ram Manohar Lohia. Who opposed Lohia and why? Excuse me. E.V. Ramaswamy Periyar, a Tamilian who opposed Ramchandra Lohia because in the absence of English, Hindi speakers would exercise a kind of colonialist dominance over the southern, western, and eastern parts of India. Who defaced the Hindi signs in Tamil Nadu? E.V. Ramaswamy Periyar. Did Rajaji support or oppose Periyar? No. Rajaji supported. Yes, Rajaji supported Periyar. What did the Tamil people think would happen in the absence of English? They thought in the absence of English, Hindi speakers would exercise a kind of colonialist domination over the southern, western, and eastern parts of India. Excuse me. Why does Rajaji say that we shall claim English as our own? He says that since the goddess Saraswati had given birth to all the languages of humankind, we could and we should claim English as our own language. What did Chandrabhan Prasad build in his home state? Chandrabhan Prasad has decided to build a temple dedicated to the goddess English in his own home state, that is Uttar Pradesh. How does Chandrabhan Prasad believe Dalits can achieve emancipation? Dalits can achieve emancipation via a deeper and fuller engagement with English, according to Chandrabhan Prasad. Inter-community marriages are now more in number than hundreds of years ago. Yes, it's a true statement. In case of an inter-community marriage, the language of the family would be English. Then, Britannia no longer rule the waves. That means Britain is no longer an imperial power. Who replaced Britain as an imperial power? That is America. The who are hungrier for English in India today? The poor people are hungrier in English today in India today. How can one escape from hereditary servitude? By learning the language of mobility and opportunity, which of course is English language. Did Lohia and his followers win or lose the battle against English? They lose the battle. There is a rush to learn which language? English language. What kind of compromise does Guha propose? In the linguistic enclaves that Indians live in, the promotion of bilingualism and multilingualism is certainly more difficult. How much of the other languages do the children of the elite manage to learn? It's easy for a child of the elite to acquire a smattering of Hindi or Marathi or Kannada phrase. How much more enriching would it be for him to learn the language well enough to read widely in its literature? What prevents the subaltern children from learning English? Money or class? What remains out of reach of a majority of Indians? A meaningful and enduring bilingualism. So, friends, this is how I try to summarize the important lesson, a question of English. And also, I have given some important questions. Hope you like this video. And if you go through the description box, you'll get all the video, all the lessons, videos, grammar videos, links you'll find over there, as well as the 2 question paper solution also. So friends, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like the video, click on the like button, share the video, subscribe the channel if you are not yet subscribed the channel. And also, if you have any questions, any queries, you can reach me at mukeshenglish@gmail.com. Thank you so much. Stay connected with Mukesh English.